Hello folks, so welcome to another video of 25 questions. So the video which I am starting from today to next couple of video, that is more specifically designed for SEBI Grade A. So SEBI Grade A Phase 1 Paper 2. So these videos are set for that exam, but obviously it is useful for other IT officer exam also. So if you are preparing for RRB, SOIT or some other regulatory body IT officer exam, then this will be useful for you. So let's start this video. So the first question is, which function is used to set path in R? So what is that function name is? That is set WD. WD is working directory. So correct answer is set WD, option B. What does this get WD does? This is used to extract or get the present working directory from R. Let's go to next question. A sender S sends a message M to receiver R, which is digitally signed by S. Okay, so with its private key, we know that in digital signature, sender sends the message after signing with its private key. So what they are asking, in this scenario, one or more of the following security violations can take place. So what are the scenarios they have given? First is, S can launch a birthday attack to replace M with a fraudulent message. Second is, a third-party attacker, Z, can launch a birthday attack to replace M with a fraudulent message. And third is, R can launch a birthday attack to replace M with fraudulent message. So which of the following are possible for security violations? So since in digital signature, the whoever is sending the message, the sender uses its private key to sign the message. So the security violation which can take place is option 1, that is S can launch a birthday attack to replace message with a fraudulent message. Rest all cannot do this thing. So the correct answer will be 1 only, option D. Next is, what part of 192.168.10.51 is the network ID, assuming a default subnet mask? So for this type of question, what we should know, we should identify what is the class for this IP address. So this is class C. What is the range of first octet for different class? For class A, 0 to 127, class B 128 to 191, and class C 192 to 223. So it is 192, so it is class C. So what is default subnet mask of class C? So for class C, default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. So to derive network ID, and in class C, we know first 3 octet is reserved for network and last for host. So what we have to do, we have to AND this, and here this will be ANDed with all zeros. So this will become 0 and this part will become only network ID. So network ID will be 192.168.10. So the correct answer is option C. This is default subnet mask of class C. This can also be asked. So we should know what is the range of first octet in all class of IDs and what is the default subnet mask for all 5 classes. Next is, when an equijoin is performed on a table of n rows and a table of m rows, the resulting table has the following number of rows. So what is equijoin? Equijoin is the join where we can use only equal to operation, not equal to, less than, greater than. These operations we cannot use, and all the matching number of rows will be the resultant. So maybe it may be possible there is one table T1 and let's say there are 2 table T2. Here we have m rows, here we have n rows. So it might be possible there are no matching row, so resultant can be 0 also. It might be possible that all the m rows are matching with n, so m can also be possible. Maybe n is matching with all these m rows, and where n is greater than m, then n is also possible. And maybe m cross n is also possible, because we don't know on which key we are joining. So it can be anything between 0 to m cross n. So the correct answer is option D, a number in the range 0 to m cross n. I hope it is clear. Next is, what will be the output of below Python code snippet? Okay, so let's see what they are telling. X is equal to 1, okay, while true. So while true, what does this do? This is setting a default true. So if this is a default true, it will not go to infinite loop. Whenever it will find a break statement, it will come out of loop. So inside while, if x modulo 5 equal to 0, then it will break the loop. Else x will be printed, and at last x is getting increment. So it will start with 1. 1 modulo 5 is equal to 0. Yes. X modulo 1 modulo. No, sorry. 1 modulo 5 means we are, so it will be dividing with 0 time, and remainder will be 1. It is giving a remainder. So it is this if will not be true. So what it will do, it will print 1. Now x value will become 2. So again modulo operation will give remainder. So what it will do, it will give output 2. Similarly it will give 3, it will give 4, and when the 5 will come, x will become 5. So 5 modulo 5, so remainder will be 0. At that time this if condition will be true, and it will break and come out of loop. So what will the output? Output will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So correct answer is option B. I hope it is clear. Next question is from shell script. So what will be the output of below shell script? If user press 3. Okay. So echo, we know echo is used to display the command to terminal. So press any numeric value, and read command is used to get the user input. Read value. So here we will press 3. So for I is equal to 0, I is less than dollar value, I plus plus, okay. I is less than 3, okay, initially it will be 0. Do echo abhay, done, okay. So till this condition is true, it will print abhay. So abhay will be printed for I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, and I is equal to 2. Whenever as soon as it become I is equal to 3, it will be less than 3. So 3 at 3 time abhay will be printed. So option is abhay will be printed 3 times. Option A. I hope it is clear. Again the question from digital signature. In the digital signature techniques, when the whole message is signed using an asymmetric key, the sender of the message uses dash to sign the message. The same question, only wordings are changed. Sender uses, what the sender use? His private key. So answer will be his or her own private key. This question we have discussed multiple times. Next question is again for programming output. So public class test, okay, public static void main string asks int count is equal to 1 whenever count is less or equal to 15, okay. Okay, so if count modulo 2 is equal to 1, then 3 times stars will be printed, else plus 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 will be printed. So count is 1, so 1 modulo 2, so it will become 1, so star will be printed. And next time we are incrementing count value, so when it will come 2, it will become 0. So at that time this plus 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 will become printed. So like this will print, and again this will print, then again this will print, and again this will print. Means for the counts even value plus will be printed, and odd value star will be printed till 15. So this will be printed 8 times, and this will be printed for all odd values 7 times. So the correct answer is 8 times star and 7 times plus. I hope it is clear. So means 2 for count value 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 plus will be printed, and rest of all the values star will be printed. 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and 15. Next is A B plus tree can contain a maximum of 7 pointers. Okay. What is the minimum number of keys in a leaf? So what is the formula? Number of pointers minus 1 by 2. This is for minimum number of keys formula. So it will become 3. What is the maximum number of keys? Maximum number of keys formula is 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. So for this question they are asking minimum. So answer will be 3. If they will ask maximum, then it should be 6. Next is output we have to determine. Okay, so what they are using any function. So what does any function do? It will check all this condition, and if any of this will be true, the answer will be true, result will be true, or if all will be the false, the result will be false. So whether 5 is greater than 8? No, but these two are true. 6 is greater than 3 and 3 is greater than 1. So the final output will be true. So the answer is option B, true. This is again the question from Python. Next is question from data warehouse. So what is the question is, data scrubbing is which of the following? So the options are a process to reject data from the data warehouse and to create necessary indexes. No, this is not correct. A process to load the data in the data warehouse and to create the necessary indexes. This is also not correct. A process to upgrade the quality of data after it is moved into data warehouse. No, after it is moved we cannot do anything. This is also not correct. A process to upgrade the quality of data before it is moved into data warehouse. This is absolutely correct answer. That's what is data scrubbing or data cleaning. Next is properties that describes the characteristics of entities. Okay, those are known as attributes. What is attributes? The properties of entities are known as attributes. Next is dash is used to declare and initialize an object from another object is of same class in C++. Those are copy constructors. Next question is again from output. So f x is equal to pqrs. Okay, this is from Python only. Now for I in range length of x, okay, xi dot upper and print x. Okay, what does this upper function does? This upper function changes lowercase to uppercase, but again we are printing x only. See, we are changing the value to upper, but we are not storing it anywhere. So the output will be same itself, pqrs. So correct answer will be pqrs. If we will write in this way, like y is equal to x dot upper, and then we will print y, then the answer should be this one. But here the answer will be pqrs only, because we are not saving it anywhere. Next question is encapsulation is. So what is encapsulation? Let's see the options first. Technique of combining more than one member function into a single unit. Mechanism of combining more than one data member into a single unit. Mechanism of combining more than one data members and member function that implement on those data members into a single unit. D is technique of combining more than one data member and member function into a single unit which can manipulate any data. None of the above. So the correct option is option D. What is next question is, which of the following feature interacts one object with another object? This is again the properties of object oriented programming. The feature is this message passing. So at least we should know what are all the feature of OOPS, like inheritance, abstraction, dynamic binding, message passing. Those things we should know. At least definition we should know. Directly questions can come from there. In R, what does this operator does? So what is this operator? This operator is an integer division operator. What does this mean? And suppose we have a vector having 3 element 5.25, 3 and 2.4, and second vector we have 2, 3, 1. Whenever we have to divide this, and if we perform with this operator, so this part will be discarded. The part after the point will be discarded. Only 5 by 2 will be performed, 3 by 3 will be performed, and 4 by 1 will be performed. So that is known as integer division. So option will be option C. Correct option is option C. This question was asked in some exam. I don't remember which exam, but this was asked somewhere. Next is, when does method overloading is determined? So we know method overloading is determined at compile time and method overriding is determined at runtime. Next is, how can we initialize an array in C language? So the correct syntax for array initialization for C, it is this: int array, then subscript will be in the this braces and the elements will be in the curly braces. Next is, which of the following is not a storage class supported by C++? So the correct answer is dynamic. So what are the storage class which support C++? Register, external, automatic, mutable, and one more is static. And in C we have only these 4. Let's see. Again, it is from Python. A list is given having elements value 50, 70, 30, 20, 90, 10, 15. Okay, and we have to print after slicing it. Okay, so for list in Python we should know the indexes. So yeah, it will start from index 0. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, and 6. So we have to start from element 1. So it will start from 70 and it is ending at 5, means up till 4, up till 4th index the output will be produced after slicing. So 70, 30, 20, 90 will be the answer. So the correct answer is option C, 70, 30, 20, 90. How we can represent in reverse index? It will start from here. So first it will be -1 index, then -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. And what does this colon does? It is telling like from where we have to start, starting position, and up till which position. So if it is written as 5, so it doesn't mean that you have to consider 5 also. Up till 5, you don't need to consider 5. You have to take elements up till 4th only. That's how the slicing works. We will see more questions of these types in coming videos. Don't worry. Next is, which of the following statement is false? String is immutable. This is absolutely correct statement. Capitalize function in a string is used to return a string by converting the whole given string into uppercase. This is not correct. To convert the whole string we use upper function. And what does this capitalize function does? Capitalize function, it will just make the first letter of a string as a capital letter. So only first will be changed to capital with capitalize function, and whenever we want to change the whole string we have to use the upper function. And reverse of it is the lower function. So lower function in string is used to return a string by converting the whole given string to lowercase. Absolutely correct. Lists are immutable. That is also correct. So the correct answer will be option B. We have to find the false statement, and option B is the false statement. Next is, the last statement in a function is often, okay, the last statement in a function is often return. Next is, what is the output of this statement? So statement is printf %d a++. What are options? The value of a plus 1, the current value of a, error message, garbage value, error. So the answer will be the current value of a. This is increment, but this is a post increment operator. So at this time it will print the current value of a only, and when the statement is executed, after that a's value will be a plus 1. So at this time the output will be current value of a only. And this is the last question for day. Again you have to tell the output. Int a is equal to 10, okay, if a is less than 10, else cout is equal to I for I, okay. So this will give compilation error. Why? Because I is not defined. This is C code and we have not defined I anywhere. That's why the compilation error will be given. So that's all for the today's video. So this was very specific to SEBI Grade A IT officer Phase 1 paper 2 exam. and I tried to capture the question in the same way as they have given the weightage in the notification. So we will come across more question in coming days, but I am not sure whether we can do it daily or in 2 or 3 days, once in 2 or 3 days, but I will try my best to complete more questions before your exam. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe. PDF of this video will be shared in my Telegram channel. Thank you so much.